Hello everyone. This is Diamond with Ox Gold Business Academy. I'm here to show you guys an extended demo of the Ox Gold Marketing System, or CRM. I've already logged into my dashboard, and this is what you see when you log in. So you're here, you're on your home page. First thing you're going to see, especially if it's your first time, are all the things you can add to your dashboard so that you can get a glimpse of what you have going on in your CRM. You don't really have anything right now, so we're just going to go ahead and go to the tab on the left where you see all of the services that your CRM has to offer. Sit back, relax, while I show you a little bit more of what all of these tabs can do for you. The first one is going to be your contacts. Every tab is going to open up and show you a little bit about what's going on straight out the bat. If you would like to add a contact or import a contact, you just want to click on these buttons at the top right hand side of your screen. You can import using a CSV file, or you can just manually create a contact. This is what it's going to look like. Come in here, you can just add their information. You can do as much or as little information as you like, and you just save that information. Since I haven't added anyone, I can just go here and say cancel. I also want to mention you can also create a user. So say you have a team member that you would like to have access to anything that you're providing. You can come in here and create a user as well, putting in their information, same thing. You get a little bit more tools and options here because they are going to be a user. And once you're done with that, create, submit. But I'll be pressing cancel here. At the top, above the word contacts, you'll see several options here. You'll see forms, you'll also see categories, and you'll see CMS. These options will get to you'll see different parts of your contacts, and they'll be organized in different ways, how they were acquired. And you'll also be able to choose from these several options here on how you want to communicate with certain contacts or all of your contacts. It's totally up to you. So moving on from there, you're going to go into the phone area. Here you'll see your numbers, your extensions, missed calls, voicemails, etc. At the top, up just above the phone header, you'll see these different tabs that will provide you more options and details. So if I were to click on numbers, come here and see all the numbers I have and purchase new ones. Extensions, if I have any extensions. Same thing here with the voicemail. You can come here and see all the voicemails you had. Call logs. You can also see uploads and conference rooms. The cool thing about the conference rooms is you can create your own conference room. And to do this, you just click on this button here. It'll open up this tab and you just name your conference room. You put in some information so that it can be accessed by whomever you want to have that information to your conference room. The next tab underneath here is going to be calendar. So you have your calendar settings next to you here, and you have a link. So if you ever want to have people schedule a meeting with you on your calendar, you just share this link with them by clicking here, and it'll automatically copy the link. As you can see when that green tab pushed over on the screen, it copied my link automatically. You can go into your settings here, and you can decide on your time zone and other information you'll need and how you want to set your clock up. You can also set your hours, especially if you want people to have your link to your calendar. They can know when they can schedule a meeting with you and what times are blocked off. And if you would like to go out of this, go back up here. You can also add events here manually. So click on add event, you give your details about the event, and you can add it. If you like to go and modify or view an event that's already on your calendar, for example, I have something here, just click on that information and you can see exactly what that event is in great detail. Now, when you're done with the calendar, let's go over to the pipeline. Pipelines are awesome and you can have them for many, many reasons. Here, I'm showing you a demo pipeline so that you can kind of get an idea. When you want to create a new pipeline, all you have to do is go to the right, click on the pipeline button here, and the plus sign right here to create a new one. If you want to see the other pipelines you already have, you'll see the list of the ones you've already created here as well. Just scroll down. So we're on the demo pipeline, which I named, and you can assign colors and other types of categories as well. You can even add columns down here. So where you see it says need to do, in progress, waiting, complete. If you look over here, you can see where it says add, you can add a new column. So you're probably wondering, how do you add tasks or things to do underneath these columns? Click on this plus sign button and you'll name your task. So I'm just going to say 1 right here. And I'm going to save it. And that's something I need to do, right? But what if I'm trying to tell my team or myself that it's in progress? You simply drag it across to the column. You just keep dragging. And once you're done with this task or you no longer want to see it, you can just click here on this little button and it'll disappear. So that's basically the brief rundown of how the pipelines will work. On to automations. Now this part can be fun. I'm only going to show you guys a brief setup of an automation and what tools are inside of these. If you want to actually see one in action, or if you want to know how to put them all together, make them as complex or as simple as you like, that will be in another video. So stay tuned for that because it's going to be exciting. So you see all of the automations you've created in this list right here as you scroll down. You can access them by simply clicking on one. So I'll show you an example of one right now. When you click on it, you'll see your automations. You'll see how your flow looks, and this is how cool they can look. Now this, in my opinion, is one of our simpler ones, but we have some that are super complex and very interesting to look at. If you can see on the left-hand side, all of the different tabs here are things you can add to your automations. So you can do something with the CRM, have all these tools here, or things to do with data. So you can add different types of ways of getting information. You can do stuff here with the logo. So you got all these things that basically can give you a quick view of what is in the pipeline. So that way you don't have to like be confused about what you see or anything. And then you have other things down here as well that you can add, including messaging, and you have your phone. So how your phone can interact in the pipeline, or automation, excuse me. So once you're done creating your pipe or automation, I always say pipeline for these because of the simple, like the little pipes you see here. I have this issue and I'm still working on it, so please forgive me. But when you create your automation or flow, you can go up to the right hand corner and save it. It'll ask you if you want to publish it, save as draft, or cancel. So since I didn't do anything with this, I'm just going to go ahead and publish it. It's already been published. So there you are. And you see how it'll show you publish. Once it's published, you'll see it back on your list right here. If you want to create a brand new automation, you're going to go to this top right hand side where it says create flow, you get to choose between contacts, form submission, and incoming phone calls. This is basically just going to help you set up a starting point. It's going to, so say for example, if I wanted to do a phone call, select this and go in, it'll automatically have like the starting and then the phone where you hang up and what you want to do with it after that. So that just gives you like an idea of like where to start. As I mentioned before, these things can be very simple or extremely complex. Stay tuned for a video on that. To leave this, you could always click on the top left-hand button. And since I'm not doing anything with this, I'm just going to go ahead and leave without saving. Alright, so the next after this is your websites. You can build your websites directly in your CRM, and I'm going to show you how. When you first get to this tab, you'll see all the projects that you currently are working on or that you have published. If you would like to create a new project, you click on the tab that says Create New Project. When you click on that tab, you'll see these different options from a website/funnel, landing page, form, payment form, etc. You can do a lot here, so since I want to show you guys more about the website, so I'm going to click on website/funnel. You're going to name your project. I'm going to name this one Jew because I'm so creative. Oh, it won't let me do that. So that's not right. So I got to give it an actual name. So we're going to call it Demo 2, something like that. And if I spelled them all right, okay, that's great. Even if I spelled it wrong, it's okay. So once you do that, it's going to bring you to this blank canvas. You can click on the plus sign here and you can start creating pages. Now, before we do that, I want to show you guys something. On the left-hand side up here, you see all of these different things, these actions that you can take. I'm just going to give you a brief overview of this, including your background, and you can actually preview it as well. If you scroll or if you mouse over here, you'll see what it will look like on a desktop, a laptop, a tablet, and a phone. That way you can kind of see what you're doing design work. And on the far side of the screen, you can see the undo, the redo, the view or hide, the delete, and other options. Alright, so now we're back to our blank canvas. You click on the plus sign, you'll be taken straight to, or you will see some templates. This is specifically going to show you all of the templates we have, or you can just create your own from scratch. So we have several templates that you can choose from, and this is definitely helpful if you are someone who feels like you may need a little help finding a starting point and getting an idea of how you want your website to look. You can always customize and change these templates when you add them to your page. You can also click on template blocks. So if you don't want to have an entire page template, you can choose a block. Let's see if it's going to load for me. There we go. So now you have your template blocks. So these are just different blocks that you can add to your page. You have quite a few categories over here on the left-hand side. If you want to say choose from a specific category or industry. You have your saved blocks next to that. So if you have any blocks that you like and you save them, they'll go right here in this tab. And if you have global blocks, which global blocks just means blocks that you use on every single page of your website. So I don't have any global blocks here, that's why you don't see anything here. But you can always create a global block. And if you are curious about how to save templates, blocks, or create global blocks, please stay tuned because we will do a video in the future where we're going to build a website with you so that you can see how it actually works and what you can do with it, as well as the best practices to make it easy on you. Now, to leave this section, you want to just click the X button up there. And since I'm not really going to create a website right now, definitely going to just click out of here. However, if you are in creative mode, make sure you save. Always important to click on the save buttons up here. So if you want to save draft, publish, anything else, you can definitely make sure you save. I'm just going to come out of here. And the reason why you want to make sure you save it even as a draft is because, as you notice, when I clicked on the upper left hand side, it took me straight back to my website library. So don't want to lose anything, make sure you save. All right, now the next thing is tracking. Here you can create different tracks of what you're looking at, and I'm going to show you a little bit about this. However, I encourage you guys to stay tuned for a future video where our founder will go into this in more detail. So you see the current ones that we currently have, and then you can add a track by clicking on Add Track. And the way you do this is you can choose if you want to do contacts, API, call form, or another type, or call flow or form. So you can choose which one, and it'll give you a good starting point. Then from there, you can create a track by just putting in a little bit of information, and you can simply save it at that point. Once you save it, it will go to the track list that you already have, that you'll have on your dashboard. And that's basically what tracking will do for you. But let's go back and see other things on here, what you can actually look at. So on these tabs down here, you'll have several options where you can see different things and categories of the tracks you've created, or that some that you need to modify. All right, the next tab after this is payments. This is another one of those tabs that has a lot of details, and there's so much you can do here. If you want to export a CSV, which this just means that if you want to get all of your payment reports, you can click on the export CSV and see everything kind of in a spreadsheet for you, especially if you're doing any bookkeeping or taxes. You can easily export your data by clicking the export button here. Aside from that, you can see the invoices, if you have any, your products, your coupons, if you have any, and your settings. You can come in here and decide how you want people to pay you. You can use, like for example, we're using Stripe, and you'd have other options here that you are more than happy to review. Now, there's so much here that you can do, and you can integrate other options here. And I'm going to show you, and if you stay with me, I'm going to show you where you can add more things to your CRM, including different options for payment or payment gateways, if you will. But in the meantime, let's go down to e-learning. So when you click on your e-learning tab, especially if you are in e-learning or on our e-learning platform, it's going to take you right back to your OxGold Business Academy dashboard. From here, you can go ahead and go to your e-learning and continue your studies. This will open up a new tab, so don't worry. In case you wanted to keep your CRM tab open, you have your e-learning tab open in the new tab right here. Okay. There are also a lot of e-learning videos that are coming out, and there are some that you can catch up on. So if you're not on our e-learning platform, please definitely check out those videos, our testimonials on social media, and stay tuned for future e-learning videos where we'll go over what's inside of our e-learning platform. That way you guys can get a little taste of what we have to offer here at OxGold Business Academy. The next tab is website services. So just because you've created a website does not necessarily mean that it's online entirely. You'd still have to buy a domain and get some hosting for it, but we've made it easy for you by guiding or directing you to where you can get all of this stuff purchased without leaving your CRM. So if you need to buy domains, hosting, email, or security, you can do it right here from your CRM. And here's some more information about that. When we do our website video, we'll show you a little bit more about how you can go and choose your domain, email, hosting, and security as well. So definitely stay tuned for that because it's going to be a lot of really great information. Now let's go to business funding. Business funding will also open a new tab, so don't worry. If you're interested in getting business funding, you'll be directed to this website here, and you'll learn more information and navigate around this without having to worry about your CRM disappearing on you. Okay, now earlier I mentioned in the payment section that there are settings in which you can add things to your CRM. I'm going to click on that now. And this is what we call integrations. So you'll get to see all of the things you can integrate. Earlier you saw how we have Stripe. You can also add PayPal and other options as well. You can integrate a lot of tools here by coming to the Settings tab. Above the integration title, you'll see roles and permissions, manage CRM applications, audit log, preferences, and you can manage your systems. So there's a lot you can do here in your settings. And if it's your first time clicking on the settings option, it's going to automatically show you integrations. So don't be alarmed at all if you're looking for all of your other settings options. Just look just above the heading here where you see integrations. You'll see all the tabs right here that you can navigate through. But if you are still stuck, don't worry, we got you covered. This last tab here is our member support area. If you need anything at all, more questions, concerns, you can't find something, or might have kind of got lost in translation somewhere, schedule a meeting with us and give us a call, and we'd be more than happy to walk you through anything that you need. And again, we do have multiple languages for our CRM. So if you're not a native speaker of English and you would like to navigate your CRM more comfortably, you can do so in Spanish, Portuguese, French, and Mandarin Chinese as well. For those who will be here for a very long time, you're navigating your CRM, going through all the tools, or learning how to use them all and playing with everything. For ease and comfort on your eyes, because I know that this bright screen can be a little straining. I know for me it is. There are light and dark mode options at the bottom here. So right now it's on light, and most of you, when you log in for the first time, this is what you'll see with these colors. But there's dark mode, and you can use the dark mode option, which is where I stay. But for the purposes of this video, I did use the light mode. But yes, this is what your dark mode will look like. In my opinion, this is a lot more comfortable, but yes, you have the option to choose between light and dark. Well, thank you so much for watching this extended demo video. I hope this was helpful for you. Again, please stay tuned for more information about how to build automations, how to build websites and get the services connected, and so much more. Thank you again for watching. Bye.